Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really fun video for you with 10 ways to save money on your groceries, on your food. These are tips that I've used over the last, for ages and developed, and I use more and more, and I thought I'd share them with you. Before I get to that though, if you're new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe and join the Yummy Inspirations community. I'm on the low carb keto diet, so usually videos all about low carb keto way of life, recipes, meal ideas, what I eat in a day, weight loss updates, all that kind of thing. So make sure you subscribe and join the Yummy Inspirations community. And today what I have for you is how to save money on your food, on your groceries, whether you're on a low carb diet or not. This is especially true when you're on a special diet and you know that your grocery bill is likely to be elevated. Ways to try and keep it under control. So I'm just going to get straight into it with number one. Though make sure that you check out down below, there's going to be a blog post with all of these ideas and more, and in more detail, and lots of other stuff. So always check the links down below because there's lots of information to help you further your journey and to really help you stick to and lose weight, save money, and all of that. So actually, a little bit of history. In the past year, I have managed to save $16,600. I shared a video on my second channel with a lot more information about what I did, how I did it. I'll leave a link down below. One of those ways was definitely saving money on my groceries and on my food, and this is what I did. So yeah, getting to our number one is, before I even go to the shops, I shop from my pantry, shop from my kitchen, shop from my fridge, freezer. I go through everything and I make a list of what do I have, what's going off soon, what is the weather going to be for the next week, what do I have. I've always make sure I've got tins of tuna, that kind of thing, in my fridge, in my pantry. So what meals can I have? Tuna salads. What meals can I have, make that I already have? So trying not to actually go and spend money, trying to save before we even step foot in the supermarket. So really go through and do a little pantry, kitchen audit. What do you have? What can you use? What is needing to be used? So that trying to minimize waste is a huge thing, because if you've already got things in your fridge and your freezer that you can use that first. So that's the first one, is shop from your kitchen. Once you've shopped from your kitchen, number two is menu and meal planning. So you know what you've got, so start with what you have and make a meal plan for the coming week, for the coming days, so you can use what you already have in your kitchen rather than going out and buying something new. So definitely menu planning, meal planning, and there's heaps of resources out for that. I'll leave a couple of links down below for some videos I've had about menu planning, about meal planning for the week. That definitely helps keep you on target and get what you need out and use what you've already got at home. So you know what you've got, you have made your menu plan, and then step number three is make a shopping list. And importantly, stick to it. Remember me there with my finger saying stick to your shopping list. So you've made your shopping list, stick to it when you're at the shops. Don't get tempted by bargains. Don't be tempted by, oh, there's 3 for the price of 1, I'll just get those. Are you going to use 3, or is it going to just take up space in your kitchen? I'm also on a minimalist decluttering journey, so I think very carefully. If I need 3 of something just because it's on special and haven't run out, and might not run out in the next few months. And also what comes into the whole plan is shopping seasonal. Really think about the season you're in and what is in season. Fruit, vegetables, it's so easy to find nowadays. Just Google your location and your season. What's in season in January in Melbourne, Australia, which is where I am, and it'll tell me fruit, vegetables, produce, so that when I go to the store and when I make my menu plan, I'm trying to do ones that are use fruit, vegetables that are seasonal, because they will be cheaper. If you're trying to use fruit and vegetables that are in the opposite season, you'll be paying a hefty premium for it because it will come from the other side of the world likely. Number 5 is cooking with cheaper cuts of meat. So I go for the shoulder of lamb rather than the leg of lamb because the shoulder is so much cheaper. I go for cheaper cuts of meat. I do a lot of things myself. If I want chicken, I'll get a whole chicken or chicken legs. I won't be buying expensive thighs and breasts, or very rarely. I go for the cheaper cuts. I'll buy a we love offal, so I'll chop liver, I'll get chicken livers, tongue, lamb necks. They're so much cheaper per kilo, and you're still can get, I do try wherever possible, organic or pasture fed, not always, but I do try, and a lot of times those cuts are so much cheaper, so you can still enjoy good quality, and you just go for the cheaper cuts, and there's so many amazing things that you can do with cheaper cuts of meat and of chicken. It's just amazing. Number 6 is an interesting one. Know when your store has reductions. I know in my local supermarket, sometimes early in the morning, they go around with their little stickers and putting reduced prices on. And if you don't have any problem with eating food that's used by soon, or you bring it straight home and stick it in the freezer, then kind of be aware, maybe chat to your local grocers and find out when is their daily time or times. Sometimes one of my supermarkets does them 3 times in the day, and it gets from like 10% to 20% to 50% off as the day progresses. So just find out from your local store, and that's an awesome way to save, especially on meat and chicken, is to find out when they reduce, because you can save a bunch. Now, what I've touched on already is don't be tempted by sale items. When you're walking around the supermarket and you're seeing all of these temptations, regardless of what diet you're on, you see temptation for foods that will be reduced, that you just are tempted to put it in your shopping cart and your trolley. Try to resist, because that's just going to add to your grocery bill and add to the clutter in your kitchen. If it's not something that you plan to eat this week, don't buy just for what if, because that's, as I said, just going to cost you more money, and you're just going to end up with more clutter that you have to look through in your pantry to find what you really have and to get what you really need. So again, remember my finger saying don't buy it when next time you're in the supermarket. And again, what I've touched on in the past is try to waste less. So use what you have, go through, make some system in your fridge if you need to go through and use the oldest food first. Go through what you have in your fridge, in your freezer, because less waste equals less money wasted. Every time you throw fruit or vegetables or meat or anything, or yogurt, I know I'm guilty of this. I forget what I've bought, or I think the kids will eat yogurt and they eat it a lot slower, and we end up having to throw it away. That's $5 just being thrown away because we don't eat it. So really be mindful, be aware. Buy less if you have to, and shop more often if that means that you'll use what you have in your fridge. You can see what you have in your fridge. An overloaded fridge, it's a sense of, yay, I've got so much food, but then you can't see what's at the back, and you don't look what's at the back, and things get forgotten about and things get thrown out. So really just put your thinking cap on and think of ways that you can try and reduce waste in your kitchen, because that will in the end save you money. And number 9, as much as I've said don't buy things when they're on sale, do buy in bulk if you think it's going to save you money. The other day I went to Costco, I shared a video, I bought a massive avocado oil. I go through so much avocado oil that it was crazy beneficial for me to have avocado oil and coconut oil. If it's a product that you use a lot, then find ways to buy it in bulk, whether it's Costco or whether your supermarket sells in bulk or whether there's specialist stores that sell in bulk. If there's a product you use, try and seek it out. Just one at a time. Don't need to overwhelm yourself. If you're on the keto diet like I am, and you know that you love macadamia nuts like I do, so take a little bit of time to try and source it in bulk. Just do a couple of Google searches, go to a couple of markets where they maybe sell things wholesale or in bulk. And if it's a product that you know that has a long shelf life that you will use, find ways to get it in bulk, because you will save. Teeny packets of macadamias, which yes, you've seen my grocery hauls, I do buy teeny packets, but I do also try and source larger quantities of it as well to try and save a little bit of extra money. And finally, the 10th and final way is to my hair. The 10th and final way to save money on your groceries, on your shopping, is to eat less meat. I am the furthest from a vegetarian, so I'm not talking about going vegetarian here. I'm talking about thinking of ways through the week to have more meat-free meals. If you follow my channel, you know that we take part in Meat-Free Monday. So every Monday I will have a meat-free meal. I will have veggies as the hero of the dish, and I will we just won't eat meat. And it definitely saves, because meat is usually the priciest item of your meal, as long as you're also going for cheap cuts of meat as well. Meat a lot of the times is the priciest part of your meal, so cutting that out altogether and having more meals without meat will save you money. It's also, in my opinion, healthier to have a nice balanced week, so I like to have some meat-free days. It's always Monday, and then sometimes other days to the week I'll go meat-free as well. It definitely helps my budget, and yeah, I feel it's good. I feel life's about balance. I've mentioned so many times life's about balance, so I make sure that I have a balance between meaty and non-meaty, and definitely saves money. Look into it, think about it. So there you go, that is my 10 ways to save money on your food bill, on your grocery bill. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. Have you got more tips? How do you save money? How do you live a more frugal life and save money on your food, on your groceries? I look forward to reading your comments, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe and join the Yum Inspirations community. I'd love to have you part of the family. And again, check down below for links to the blog posts with more information and to some other fun links to help you on your journey, and we'll see you soon. Bye.